Well, greetings and good morning from Centers for Spiritual Living Visalia. I want to welcome all of you who are in Visalia and all of you who are out there in Cyberland someplace. It's a beautiful Memorial Day weekend here, and I hope wherever you are, it's beautiful also. I'm sure it is. So this part of our service is meditation, and Chase is going to be playing some beautiful meditative music, and I'll see you back at 10:15. Greetings again and good morning from Centers for Spiritual Living Visalia. My name's John Lehman. I'm on the board here, and I want to thank Chase for that beautiful, relaxing music. I was relaxing in this chair back here so much, I didn't want to get up and come to the podium again, so it was very nice. Thank you. So this is the time that we have our meet and greet time, so we'll return at 10:30 for our service. So in the meantime, get yourself some refreshment or a snack or something or whatever you want to do and we'll be back here at 10:30. Okay, good morning again. And we're going to start our service. If you can find a place to sit. And our band is going to play something, and I'm not going to announce what it is because I know that everyone will recognize it almost immediately. So. Okay, thank you, band. That was great. That was great. If you were asleep when you came in here, after that, there's no way that you could be shaken off to sleep. So, again, I want to welcome you here. My name's John Lehman. I'm on the board here at CSL Visalia, and beautiful Memorial Day weekend. I hope everyone is enjoying it. And let's see. I think next here we have announcements. Well, we have some people that were here a couple of weeks ago, but welcome back. And I think they're from Corcoran, where Stan comes from. So that's going to be an interesting connection there. Yeah. So, okay. So, Donna, announcements?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
All right. We're here. So we have some new announcements on the back table. You might want to check it out, some things coming up. I want to give a shout out to Bobby, who's celebrating a very special birthday today. Yay, Bobby. And to Steve Kinshu, whose daughter is graduating Wednesday from Redwood High School. Engineering student off to Sac State. Very great. So let's go to our first slide. This Friday is the Art Walk, and it's the same wonderful show with the interesting lights that you see over here in the corner and on the slide, made out of telephones and batteries and all kinds of weird things. The artists will be here, at least a bunch of them will. We're calling it the Eclectic Show because it's all kinds of different stuff. And so I hope you'll come. Listen to the artists speak, talk about how they do their art. I'm sure Bruce will be here to play. Maybe Donna will be here to sing a little. So Friday, 5 to 8, just stop in and enjoy. And also, next week is our Explorers Discussion Group. We've been talking about different parts of the Sermon on the Mount, and this is what Evelyn told me to say this time. There is more historical meaning than what meets the eye in Don't Resist Evil and Turn the Other Cheek. So we'll be talking, Explorers talks about not the traditional, but the other kinds of what maybe Christianity is really meaning or what it's really about. So we hope some of you will come to that. And we'll turn it over to Reverend Nan for the next slide.
Well, good morning. I'm going to continue on here with our announcements. And we have coming up on Tuesday night, Dr. Will Tuttle, who's going to be there for a wonderful workshop opening the Intuitive Gateway. You know, it starts there at the center, no reservations required, just come on down. It's going to be from 7 to 9 p.m. Dr. Will's been there before, and he's finishing up a tour of Northern California with his wife, Madeline. And there'll be music that he plays and various modalities that he will use to have you enjoy opening your intuitive gate during this very interactive workshop. It's great because there's no fee that's set. It's just simply a love donation. This is an opportunity for you to get out, have a wonderful evening, and open that intuitive gate with Dr. Will and Madeline. So if I were there, I can tell you I'd be there. That's for sure. So don't miss it. It's one of a kind. I don't know when they'll be back this way again. So we also have a little information about our Science of Mind chat that we've talked about. We're going to be doing that before service from about 9:45 to 10:15. We're still putting everything together. It's going to be hybrid on Zoom. So you'll be able to attend it in the sanctuary or on Zoom. It just is going to take a little bit to get it set up, so we will probably start somewhere around the second week in June. We have to get everything organized, and I have to get the band organized for their rehearsal and how everything is going to work. What will happen is that we will be dismissing the meditation time. So stay tuned. We'll give you all the information about that. And now it's my absolute pleasure to pass from the announcements to Janice. Oh, wait, I have to do my inclusivity quote. I almost got out of order. I've been doing this for a little while now, and I had everything ready, but you know, every so often you slip a cog. So the inclusivity quote today was in fact selected by our team member, Janice Lehman. And we meet on Monday afternoon, and we discuss inclusivity, diversity, and everything that's happening in our world today that we can shine a little light on and bring into a equilibrium of wholeness in this world. We'll be talking a little bit more about that with the shadows and the light when I give my talk. So the quote for today is a quote that Janice selected from Mother Teresa, and it's beautiful. It's simple. You can write this on your heart. If you judge people, you have not time to love them. So with that note, I'm going to pass this over to our wonderful practitioner, Janice. It's so great to see you up on the podium again. And Janice is going to do our weekly affirmation and also our opening treatment. And after the music that y'all get to sing to, I'll be back with our message.
Thank you, Reverend Nan. I am glad to be back here. I know I feel like I haven't been here in a long time. And I just want all of you to know that I have some medical issues going on, and I am getting to the bottom of them, and there is a huge light at the end of the tunnel. So hopefully I will not be as woozy and losing my balance and all of that, which is not a very good feeling, I might add. It does not give one a lot of confidence to figure out, how am I going to get from there to there without falling? So anyway, I am so looking forward to that, and I appreciate the prayers. I know Bonnie has told me things about the doctor that I'm going to, and I feel very good about that. And it's wonderful to have that kind of support. Before I read our affirmation, though, as most of you, I'm sure everyone has heard that you know, the beautiful Tina Turner passed away. How many of you have seen Tina Turner in person? Okay, Sue. Well, so have I. And you know who else has seen Tina Turner in person? Reverend Nan. So we are among the cool people here, Sue. You myself, and Reverend Nan. So anyway, I just had to announce that because I don't think I've ever had a minister that went to see Tina Turner. I don't know, I could be wrong, but so now if I could have today's affirmation, please. My star shines brightly within the light and the shadow. So let's say that together. My star shines brightly within the light and the shadow. And now if you would just settle in your chair, close your eyes or whatever you feel comfortable with. And I will lead us in an affirmative prayer. I know that all is God. I know that each of us are part of that oneness, that wholeness. It does not matter what we look like, how much we weigh, the color of our skin, our nationality, our religion, none of that matters. We are all part of the one. And as part of the one, I know that when I know for myself that when I go within and I seek the very best that is within me, and when I present that to the world, it sparkles. It draws people to me, and it draws me to all of creation. Knowing that this is true of me, I know that this is true of each and every human being on the planet. We have the ability to be loving and to embrace each other and embrace ourselves. So grateful to know this truth, that we have this power, the power within each of us to change our lives and to change the world. I release my word to the law, knowing that it is already complete. And we say together, and so it is. And now we have a sing-along, and I know that Hope wants us to sing. Although she's a solo artist, she does not want to be a solo artist now.
Please, like Janice said, sing along. This is a good one, the one that we know. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. All right. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing. wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. For this day, thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day, this healing, this healing, this healing day, this healing, this healing, this healing day. One more time, everybody. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day.
Well, don't you know, I started talking and I was on mute. So good morning again, and thanks for being with us, whether you're in the sanctuary or out there as part of our virtual community. I am Reverend Nan. And for those of you who may be unfamiliar with our music and our service, we do a wide variety of music here. We are all inclusive in every way. So this is Memorial Day weekend, and we are commemorating all the military lives lost. 1.2 million lives have been lost since the Civil War. Now that's 7,400 a year since the Civil War. And of course, that doesn't include the loss suffered by others, whether they were family, friends, or community. So right now, I would like to thank all of those who served as we remember and honor their passing. You know, many folks have a long weekend, so I bid you all safekeeping, peace, and relaxation as well. Now, this week, we're going to conclude our exploration of light within the shadows, and my talk title is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Oops, Twinkle, Twinkle, Beautiful Star. We've lost many bright stars this year as they moved on to their next adventure in the cosmos. And this week, you know, as Janice mentioned, I have to take a minute to honor Tina Turner. I did see Tina live and in concert, but I also worked with many of her friends when I was at a hospital in St. Louis, and I didn't even appreciate then who she really was. You know, Tina was an amazing star in her own right. She lived in the shadow of, abuse from, and under the control of Ike, her husband, for many, many years. And as they divorced, her record label dropped her because they thought she would be nothing without Ike. She thought her career was over. And at the age of 42, she started over and her career took off like a rocket. Tina opened the door for older women, Black women, women of color, all women to step out fearlessly, leave abusive situations and reach for their dignity and dreams. And her inspiration wasn't just limited to women. She reached millions of people with the message of living in authenticity. Incidentally, Tina referenced her spiritual practice of Buddhism as her strength in living life to the fullest. And speaking of Twinkle, Twinkle, Beautiful Star, the Obamas said this about Tina when her passing was announced this last week. They said Tina Turner was raw, she was powerful, she was unstoppable, and she was unapologetically herself, speaking and singing her truth through joy and pain, triumph and tragedy. We join fans around the world in honoring the Queen of Rock and Roll, a star whose light will never fade. Indeed, I say Tina was and is simply the best, and her starlight will shine eternally. And every one of us is a star in our own right. You know, we just shared our affirmation about how brightly our star shines. And in this month of light and shadows, we've looked into how we might shine even more brightly, reveal our wholeness in embracing our shadows, and in doing so, live and experience life more fully. Carl Sagan noted that we are all made of star stuff, and increasingly, science proves that to be true. In the Hindu tradition, there's a story of Indra's net that speaks to that concept, and it goes like this. Far away in the heavenly abode of the great god Indra, there is a wonderful net which has been hung in such a manner that it stretches out infinitely in all directions. It's known as Indra's net. In accordance with the extravagant tastes of the deities, the Creator has hung a single glittering jewel in each eye of the net. And since the net itself is infinite in dimension, the jewels are infinite in number. There hang the jewels, glittering like stars in the first magnitude, a wonderful sight to behold. And if we select one of these jewels, these stars, for inspection, and look closely at it, we will discover that in its polished surface, there are reflected all the other jewels in the net, infinite in number. Not only that, but each of the jewels reflected in this one jewel is also reflecting all the other jewels, so that there is an infinite reflecting process occurring in unity and harmony. Now, what a glittering description of oneness and wholeness that is. You know, something to know about the Hindu deities is that they are all aspects or qualities of the one universal consciousness Brahman. Each quality is revered, respected, and honored. So while it appears they may have many gods, they simply have many expressions of the one infinite source that they seek to honor, represent, and embody. Now, this is quite like what we do with the spiritual qualities we want to embody for our conscious spiritual growth. And what about this word embodiment? You know, sometimes it sounds a little like something from a mortuary, but it is so much more. Embodiment is defined as a tangible or visible form of an idea, quality, or feeling. In our philosophy, it's living a spiritual quality so completely that our personal expression of it is visible in the way we live in our world. In this instance, balancing our light and shadows brings us to a greater understanding of our wholeness. Our wholeness embraces all aspects of universal truth. The continuum of conscious living requires our openness to gain perspective from all sides: fear and faith, feminine and masculine, darkness and light, anger and peace, joy and pain. And you know, we talked earlier this month about living a both and life instead of either or. And when we can learn from the depths of what shadows offer, our ongoing experience is full and rich. It's often said that the stars shine brightest in the darkest nights, and our brilliance is illuminated and magnified by our shadows. You know, when we think of the spectrum of light, we might consider the colors of the rainbow. And of course, we have Gay Pride Month coming up in June, although the celebration locally in Visalia isn't until October. And one of the signatures of the LGBTQ community is the rainbow. It's particularly meaningful because the full suite of colors in the rainbow includes those that appear to be colorless and neutral, like clear, beige, white, black, and even gray. Now, even though these colors don't appear to have color, they are colorful themselves, just differently so than the more vibrant colors. And here's a key thought. The color spectrum is all inclusive, yet it originates through complete diversity. When we explore all the colors of the rainbow, even the colorless and neutral colors, it allows for expansion, inclusion, and incorporation of oneness through multiple lenses. It makes people feel welcomed, appreciated, included, and that they belong. Now, historically, we can look at the introduction of flesh tone Band-Aids, makeup, or nylons. You know, I remember my mom's nylons were pretty pasty looking. My grandma's were even worse. They were kind of like chalky looking. And for years, there was only one or a few shades available in most of these products. Now there's racks filled with so many shades. But just for a moment, let's consider how those pale pink or beige standard color nylons might have made those with darker or differently colored skin pigments feel. As our society began to explore racism, oppression, and microaggressions, options for shades in these products expanded. Now, these may seem like small things to many, but to others, it was a huge step in progress towards equity. In fact, they have now made Crayola crayons with varied skin shades to represent all children of every color, so that children can color in their coloring books with skin colors of their own. Now, as we shift our perspective to be all-encompassing and inclusive, Our view expands and we no longer see the need for the limitations of discrimination and exclusion. This begins first with each of us as individuals accepting ourselves just the way that we are and just the way that we are not. You know, the darkness has always been given a bad rap, which is microaggressive by its very nature. And it's worth understanding what the term microaggression means for us to grow as individuals and collectively. Microaggressions are ordinary daily verbal behavior or environmental slights, whether intentional or unintentional, that communicate hostile, derogatory, or negative attitudes towards stigmatized or culturally marginalized groups. They're common, everyday slights and comments that relate to various aspects of one's appearance or identity. And that could be class, gender, sex, sexual orientation, race, ethnicity, language, age, body shape, disability, or religion, among others. And we use them all the time. We hear them in movies and TV, we read them in books, and we don't think twice about it. For example, a microaggressive comment might be something as seemingly harmless as, all pit bulls are mean dogs. Well, that's not so. I had one. And I can tell you that Meatloaf was one of the sweetest dogs I ever knew. He was a big, goofy boy with a heart of gold. There was nothing he liked better than running across the yard with a piece of PVC pipe or a broiler pan. Those were his toys that he truly loved. Or we might consider the jokes about any group of people. We've all told them. I know I have. Now we're coming into balance with our understanding of how others might feel about the things we say. You know, I've always said that labels are some of the most harmful things that we are addicted to in this world. They include or they exclude almost everything in very, very definitive terms. They stunt our growth with imposed limitations about what we can only be or what we can't be. Yet, when we look at our personal shadows and learn from them, we can move into the light and release a lot of our labels of judgments and opinions. The truth is, there is balance and equilibrium within the wholeness of life that encompasses all areas of the light and shadow spectrum. It's not a binary situation of this or that. Instead, it's all-encompassing, inclusive, and embodies this and that. The teeter-totter and scales must have equal balance or the whole thing is off whack. It's wonky. You know, when I was a kid, there was a playground at the end of my grandparents' street. Every one of us went down there to play on the swings, and there was a teeter-totter, and there was even a carousel that we would run around and around and get it going so fast, and then we could jump on it for the ride and see how long it would last. But that teeter-totter, that took some skill and practice to have one of us on each end and perfectly balance it in a level position. Oh, we could go up and down on both ends easily enough, but keeping that balance with our feet off the ground was the real challenge. And I would say that today, that still holds true. I can teeter and I can totter, but keeping that balance between the polarizing experiences in this world can be the real challenge. You know, there's so much we can't predict, control, or even understand on some days. And keeping our balance within and around ourselves with our shadows can be a challenging ride on that teeter-totter of life too. Yet even with the mystery within the unknown, we can embrace our balance of light and shadows through our awareness of spiritual laws, understanding how they work, and using our spiritual tools to help keep everything balanced and in alignment. We can overcome any fear with a consciousness of faith, or what some might prefer to call trust. If we embrace the shadows with love, we can release any sense of the ominous in order to better embrace the darkness and balance our shadows within our wholeness. We can tackle any challenging topic or situation with openness, accountability, and willingness to learn from the deep, dark abyss in order to achieve enlightenment, understanding, and clarity. What this life is really about is living to the fullest in that divine expression that is our own unique starlight. You know, Eric Butterworth, one of the great New Thought writers of Dr. Holmes' times, noted this. I do apologize. We've got a little allergy stuff going on here. There are no duplicates in the creation. Every snowflake, every blade of grass, every grain of sand, a unique design. In the same way, there has never been anyone, nor will there ever be anyone just like you. You are unique expression of the creative energy of the universe, focused eternally as you. You are the divine original, and the divine intent, active as you, has one desire: to express expansively and creatively its uniqueness as the perfect idea it is in infinite mind. This is your spiritual destiny. Each of us is an amazing star shining throughout the universe. And in closing, I want to share a little different perspective with you also. You know, we're hearing a great deal about artificial intelligence these days. It seems amazing, exciting, a little Orwellian maybe, and even scary if we choose fear. You know, one of our ministers asked one of the AI systems to interpret the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And here's how the artificial intelligence responded. It replied, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, show me parts that seem so far. Hidden in the depths of night, reveal the shadows, bring them to light. Up above my conscious mind lies a realm that's hard to find. Like the star, both near and far, shadows' presence shapes who we are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, guide me on this journey far. Exploring shadows, we can grow. To find the light within, we'll know." Now, from my perspective, even artificial intelligence holds divine wisdom. And it seems science of mind philosophy is fairly prominent in it as well. You know, stars shine in daylight, but we can't see their twinkle without the darkness of night. And just like the water in the ocean is always glistening and sparkling, we can't see the sparkles on the water without the illumination of the light. And there's a complementary partnership of the light and shadows that illuminates the richness of each. While it may seem that one may overpower the other, actually, one can't be seen without the support of the other. When we can appreciate both, we can welcome the levity of light and the depths of darkness to create balance and wholeness. As Misha McCoy said in her beautiful book, The Lovely Knowing, we shouldn't deny ourselves the joyful, peaceful delight in continuing to look up at the glorious starlit sky. One simply cannot deny its beauty. But I insist that, as you do, remember that you too are a star, a supernova. You emit a magnificent intensity of your own. Not only can you look up, you can look within and be astonished at the glory and splendor of your own being. Let it shine. So this week, shine brightly, beloveds. Your love is lighting up the whole universe. And so it is. And now, let's just cap that with a little prayer. So I know that as we are here together, whether we're in the sanctuary or whether we're out in a virtual community like I am, we are so blessed to be the stars in this universe today. We are so blessed to have that light shining within and to be able to have the wisdom and the understanding that in wholeness and in balance, we too have shadows and darkness, light and bright, and that it is a both and. We are whole and complete and perfect in the totality of our perfect beingness as we align our body, mind, and spirit. And I lift each of us high on that altar of high consciousness, in love, in peace, in joy, and in balance and wholeness that is the true nature of our being. as we move through this week and the next and the next and the next, shining brightly through the universe so that others may find their way also. We shine on. And so knowing that love, the greatest star of all that was within us, that greatest light, always prevails. I simply let this word be. I release it into the law of mind that always, always says, yes, my beloveds. And together we may affirm it together by saying, and so it is. And now we got some really special music for you. And I want you to remember this is also the truth of you. So listen up while our wonderful band sings and plays this music. And I'll be back.
We are all angels. We only have one wing. All angels searching for each other. All angels who cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. Do you know there are angels in our midst? Can you hear them? Can you feel them? They're all around you, with you every day. Do you see them, or do you look the other way? It's the man that I forgot to kiss as I hurried out the door, or the strangers that said hello that I ignored. They are angels. We are angels. We are all angels who only have one wing. All angels searching for each other. All angels cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. My life gets so busy and time goes by fast. I rush through the day trying to make each moment last. When I take the time to look around, I see sweet angels are now smiling back at me. Everywhere at any time I need to open up my eyes and see the beauty that surrounds me. Now I realize we are angels. We are angels. We are all angels searching for one thing. All angels searching for each other. All angels cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. Ooh, so we are all angels, only have one wing. All angels searching for each other. All angels cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. Oh, oh.
Oh, I just love that song. It was beautiful. Thank you, Hope. And I got a little special announcement here. We have such a blessing with Hope's daughter, Dawn, singing with us sometimes with her mom. And Dawn's graduating on June 2nd. So give her a big hug and a big welcome and congratulations for finishing school. She's going on to college, I think, now. And so you can get the details from Dawn on that. But congratulations, sweetie. Good for you. And now it's time for our conscious giving affirmation. So if you'd like to get that up on the screen. If you'd like to take your gifts, our conscious giving time is when we get to contribute our wealth, our talent, our treasure to our center so that it continues to thrive. So if you'd like to take your gift, hold it in your heart. You can just say with me, my light twinkles every time I share my prosperity with love. Let's say it again. My light twinkles every time I share my prosperity with love. And ushers, if you'd like to collect our gifts today. These gifts are so valuable to our center. I'm so grateful for the generosity of heart and spirit that through the love of pure spirit continues to support this center in every way. We are truly blessed to be supported so fully, and I'm so very grateful. So as these are collected, I just want to bring to mind that we live in a reciprocal universe, that the divine flow of abundance and prosperity is always moving in and through and as our lives. And for every gift that's given, it must be returned to the giver 100-fold or more. And so as we receive these gifts, and John gets to the front there, I just want to take a moment to bless them and give thanks. I know that these gifts are the love of pure spirit in action, that they are so blessed, that they do good work in our center, good work in our community, and good work around the world. And for this and so much more, I am so grateful that we can meet in freedom every time we come together. And I just say thank you, and let it be, and so it is. And I want to give a special hi to, I think, if I heard that our friends from Corcoran are there. So Heather and Rudy and little Boji, if he's there today. Hi to all of you, and I hope you can connect with Stan today since you all are out there too. And now it's time, yes, it's time for the peace song. So if you'd like to get up and make that circle and sing the peace song, it's going to be up there on the screen in just a few minutes. Lots of people there for a Memorial Day weekend. It's so nice to see everybody.
Oh, there
righty, you did a magnificent job on that. Wonderful. So now this is the time we love to do. So if you're ready and you are willing, you may repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Now, life is in my mind, as life is in my body, and it's in the body of my affairs, and I think it, and I feel it, and I love it. Just the way that it is, and just the way that it is not. And together we can say, thank you, life. And I will see you next week, everybody. Have a wonderful, safe holiday. And I will see you when we get back next week.